No. Welcome to the presentation for SPUR Team 7.
The original problem statement that we were given was, how might we help undergraduate students better understand the research ecosystem to provide insights, create interest, and facilitate experiences? We were tasked with creating a stakeholder map because we found that the challenges students face were finding opportunities that are paid and aligned with their goals. And then for faculty, they have difficulty navigating the very conflicting policies for hiring students and also getting funding to pay them. Our key stakeholders are undergraduates that are STEM and non-STEM with a variety of lived experiences, graduate students, and faculty.
In our observation, we noticed that no one was visiting the undergraduate research hub in person. And we found that most physical solutions to this problem were not very engaging. Therefore, we decided that online accessible tools that could be utilized at the point of need and inquiry would be the most promising direction.
We interviewed STEM undergraduate students, non-STEM students, and graduate students, and we note that all of them have different needs. As STEM students, we want to learn about all the different types of labs, while as non-STEM students, want to learn about opportunities in their specific niche and aren't interested in broader opportunities. And graduate students are more interested in funding or opportunities which will help them conduct their own research.
In the secondary research, we found that the biggest factors to participation were a student's academic discipline and the amount of time that they had been on campus. Also, the important role of faculty and instructors in promoting research engagement for undergraduates. We do note that the literature did not address the experiences of non-STEM students to much extent, or the experiences of students from underrepresented groups. Our research helped us focus on potential prototypes based on what we learned from the interviews and what was needed for additional research.
When we created our synthesis matrix, we found that our key stakeholders would be undergraduate students, and they would be both STEM and non-STEM. And we also want to make sure to include transfer students, graduate students, and also, again, faculty. And we found that their key need was in establishing connections because this would help with discovery, construction, support, and communication.
So, as we updated our problem statement, we focused on an evolution for the need to support understanding of broader opportunities by the students and a key need for reliable information and stable communication that would facilitate reliable connection between students and faculty and research opportunities.
Based on our updated problem statement and the research conducted before, we came up with a customer journey consisting of the following steps: awareness, registration, exploring labs and other opportunities, learning about faculties, PhD students, master students, and other undergrad students in said labs, attending networking events, applying to opportunities, and getting feedback. And for each step, we outline some goals, some key measuring points of a future portal or a web application that can be created, some underlying pitfalls that they might encounter, and ideas to help navigate those pitfalls. Next slide. We also created a basic lo-fi wireframe of what such a portal can look like, and it consists of 6 pages, which are search, categories, networking, events, scholarships, and your profile. And this profile page would allow students to talk about their major, their minor, their GPA, and list out all their academic accomplishments. That would allow other faculty members or other PhD students who are interested in having a few more students in their lab and would help them assess if the students are a good fit. Next page. Students can also look at the profiles of professors, alumni, other students, and recruiters, and see if they can potentially get in contact either remote or in person with them. And they can also search through all the different types of labs to see and find a lab which fits their interests. They also have the ability to look at all the different networking events happening on campus and then registering for those online and finding scholarships and individual research opportunities that would help them focus on topics that aren't covered by labs or aren't covered by other professors. Next slide.
From the work that we did, we got some key takeaways, and they were that students, especially those in social sciences, have different needs, and that transfer students are working on a shorter timeline, so they need more dedicated and early interventions, and that students aren't actually going to the physical space, so we need to create one that's reliable, easy to use, and virtual. And then we also need to be able to support and facilitate connections and communications.